Hello everyone, it's David here again. I thought I'd just run through in this video how I put it together so quickly. So with that, let's just jump straight in and head to the screen. So I'll just quickly go through and share my screen. So here we are back in the Adobe XD product. And I'll just, up the top here, we've got our initial screens that we started off with. But basically what I've done is I've created two flows, one to enable it, one to disable it, and they both feed into each other. So we'll zoom in. And one of the things I like to do to speed things up here, so you've got a design phase, a prototype phase and whatnot. With the design phase, I've got these little squares, and that's how I do most of my stuff. So I'll give you an example. I'll just grab draw a square, and that's a big white square with a border around it. If I turn off the fill and turn off the border, essentially it's invisible. So then when you go into prototype mode, you can push on it. And so now if I was to push on that area, it would take me through to this screen. So I've put them everywhere. I'll just remove that. But I've got these little squares and whatnot through it, just in the main areas where it's needed to follow through. I don't put them everywhere because in a lot of ways all it does is confuse things. And if I zoom out, you'll see a lot of the screens are repeated. I've purposely done that to make it easier for the web designer when he's going through to follow the flow. It should only be 4 or 5 screens, but if he ends up seeing arrows going everywhere, it can become quite confusing. So sometimes I find it easier just to repeat the screens, and the web developer can work it out from that side. The next part is, where did I get the images and how did I get the images in so quick? So I have full access to the Adobe suite of products, but I don't use Adobe in this case. So what I'll do, I'll just bring this across, is I use Microsoft PowerPoint, and I just simply do cut and paste. I do a lot of cropping. So if I pick on this, hit ungroup, you'll see I've got lots of little bits and pieces here where I've essentially just cut and pasted things in. And what I've done is I've used things like the shape fill using the eyedropper to match in with the branding colors of the Victoria Police News website. I purposely haven't bothered going too close with the font. The font's pretty close, but it's near enough, because that'll be completely overwritten by the Victoria Police branding anyway. So we could spend all day arguing over that, but to be perfectly honest, it's quite irrelevant. And that's what I've done. I've just chopped little bits and pieces out of other parts of the website, copied them across, and it's as simple as that. And then I sort of piece it all together, and yeah, that's as simple as she comes. So that's my video for today. What we're going to do next after this, so once we've done the mock-up and we're happy with the mock-up, the next phase, which I like to go through to, is then I start generating what I call the user stories, and I'll run you through some examples of that in my next video that I do. But I just wanted to show you back end of how I get through the process as quickly as I do. Thanks very much for your time.
Love is good, yeah, yeah. night. Can't live without you.